Hello and welcome back to the Blue Podcast Network. This is the Green Show, the home of the EFL on the Blue Podcast Network. I'm joined by Kian and Rhys. How are you guys doing?
Good eye.
All good.
You good? You doing an Ange impression there? It's your favourite
Oh,
manager?
no. Okay, I regret doing that now, actually.
Right, well, we'll get straight into it. After sacking Matt Bloomfield, Luton have appointed former Arsenal midfielder Jack Wilshere as their new permanent boss. This is his first full-time first-team position, having worked through Arsenal's academy and on an interim basis at Norwich. How well will he do?
It's a big risk.
Yeah.
I think it's a massive risk considering how they want to get back to the Championship. I think in the long run, it's a good appointment. Short term, for what they need now, it is a massive, massive risk because of how inexperienced I know he's done stuff with Arsenal youth and interim at Norwich, but he's still very inexperienced.
He did do well at Norwich from what I remember, though. The bit he did.
Like one game.
Yeah, he did like one game.
2 games.
Yeah,
He wasn't there long.
Still, he did all right. He was assistant there for a while. I think, for me, there's taking a risk when you're struggling in a season, and then there's this.
Yeah.
I think this is just stupidity.
Especially when you're a club like Luton, who should be
near the top.
Going automatics this year. So it's a massive risk, and obviously, if Wilshere works out, that's an amazing appointment. But it's a massive risk that they're taking. So
I think it's like if Luton don't go up, it's a calamity.
yeah.
It is a calamity if they do not get promoted. Considering they were a Premier League club 2 years ago, if they don't go up, it's pathetic. And I still think it was harsh to sack Bloomfield. I'm still behind that. I think it's slightly harsh.
Players.
Yeah, that's what I said last week. I think it's a lot more on the players than it was Bloomfield. But I know Wilshere, like, he has connections to Luton because I think he was there in his youth days, like really early on. Like I said, I think it is a big risk, but if they're willing to take that, and it's like they can still obviously get promoted, but you're not looking to finish top 6. If you're Luton, you're looking to finish in the automatics. Surely.
Yeah, you are. Yeah,
And so as well, like it's a massive job for Wilshere as well. That's his first job, is to come in at Luton
and really turn it around.
And turn it around. So it's not like he's coming in at like a mid-table side
No.
in League One, and he's kind of been given time. He's got to hit the ground running, and this is his first job as well.
I wonder if he'll have like connections with Arsenal, being able to get some youth players on loan.
I'd say maybe in January you can get a few players in. Maybe that's why. I said he was at Norwich. There was obviously a reason why he was at Norwich. They must, there must be a thing where people see that he can potentially be a good manager or something like that. So there must be something, but yeah, we've got to wait and see. For me, as an Arsenal fan, I hope Jack Wilshere does well. I love Jack Wilshere. I hope he does well for him, but yeah, it's a massive risk for Luton.
Yeah, well, we'll move on because we've got a lot of games to talk about. Obviously, no Championship this week with it being an international break, but still a lot of League One and League Two fixtures. First one, Leyton Orient thrashed Doncaster Rovers 4-0 with youngster Dominic Ballard scoring a hat-trick. The former Southampton Academy player has 6 goals in 6 games for the O's and was key once again against Rovers. Doncaster are on a torrid run now, not winning a game in the last 5 after a strong start. Can they pick themselves up at all?
I think we said they'd fall off. Didn't
You thought
we?
so, yeah?
I think we said they would eventually fall off and start losing or drawing games. But tell you what, Ballard, they've got their Kelvin replacement.
He looks very good.
Yeah.
I think Southampton need him back by the looks of
Yeah.
it, especially with Ross Stewart getting injured. But no, I think Doncaster, they won't go down. That's not an issue. I think if you're Doncaster, I think you aim for top half, maybe playoffs, but
it might be a bit tough for them.
What's the run now?
They're sat in 9th now. I'm not sure what their run is, but they're kind of mid-table again.
Yeah.
And they started well. I mean, I think they were in the top 3 at the start of the season.
They were top, weren't
yeah,
they? They were top.
but they've dropped off massively. I think they're a good club though. They're a big club. I think they'll be fine this season.
Oh no, they won't have any relegation fears at all.
Yeah, it's interesting to see how well most of the newly promoted clubs are doing. They're doing really well.
Oh, yeah. Like Wimbledon are doing well. Bradford are doing well. They're all in the top
Bradford,
6. Yeah.
Bradford top 2, aren't they?
I think
Yeah.
so.
Or
I think
top 3,
yeah.
maybe.
But, they're having a great time so far. Obviously, Leyton Orient as well. I've had a tricky start, but 4-0 win.
So obviously there was rumours of Richie Wellens going to, I think it was Luton.
I think it was the Luton job.
Or it was Blackpool, it was one of them. But it looks like he will probably be staying now.
He'll be staying, yeah.
Obviously Ethan doesn't rate his man management. Oh no, game management, sorry.
Yeah, it's game management he doesn't like. I quite like Richie Wellens personally as a former Leicester player. I've got to get Leicester in somewhere. He did, yeah. Burton Albion convincingly beat Bolton Wanderers 3-0, 2 goals from Jake Beasley, the other from Fabio Tavares. The Brewers only had 35% of the ball, but used what they had well in a confident victory. This result pushes them out of the relegation zone, having only lost 1 in 5. Are things getting better for them now?
So this result shocked me.
Yeah.
It absolutely shocked me. And I'm starting to think, is it Schumacher at Bolton? Could be running out of time.
I think he's
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say he's done massively well wherever he's gone. I mean, Plymouth he did all right.
I thought he did all right, Plymouth.
Plymouth he did well, but then
you say
after
that was more down to Ryan Lowe?
Yeah.
And then obviously Schumacher got the Stoke job. Failed. I wouldn't say he failed at Stoke. I thought they were harsh to sack him, but Bolton are not a League One club. They're for me. They're a champion. I mean, they're.
But you can't say that when they haven't been there for a while.
But they were in Europe in the early 2000s. They were beating Atletico Madrid. Playing Atletico Madrid. I'm not sure if they actually beat them. But for me, Bolton are not a League One club, and I'd love to see them in the Championship at least. But it's been years now since they've been in it, and.
I thought when they came up from League Two a few years ago, I thought they'll go straight up to the Championship. But that just hasn't happened for them.
Also, that stadium size.
It's big, yeah. But there's a lot of big stadiums in that league.
But Burton slowly picking up now.
Yeah, they're slowly getting better. I'm not sure who's in charge there, but they're. I think I might ask it on the quiz. Yeah, but no, he's doing a good job at the moment because they're on a better run now.
Yeah.
I still don't rate Bowyer as manager.
But then again, the squad they have is probably bottom 4 standard.
Yeah, you could say that.
But I feel like Burton, they always kind of punch above their weight a little bit. Like I remember last year, they massively struggled at the start of last year, and then just got a few wins together, and then they managed to stay up. So I think the possibility for them to do it again, but a big win over Bolton is massive.
If you see the highlights from the game, Bolton missed about 3 or 4 sitters.
Yeah, as I said, they only had 35% of the ball. They had way less shots.
So you could say, I know they won. Obviously, what was it, 3-0?
3-0.
Yeah,
3-0.
You could say they got lucky, but can you say winning 3-0 when you're lucky? On another day, Bolton could have got 3 or 4 at the weekend, but they just could not finish.
Right, well, let's move on to our next game because we've got a lot to get through. Northampton were leading 1-0 in the first half at Sixfields. Sam Hoskins scoring in the 26th minute from the spot, but Rotherham, the visitors, came back late. Joe Rafferty found the equaliser in the 71st minute, with Josh Benson scoring a late winner with 2 minutes of regular time to play. This is Rotherham's first win since the 6th of September in the league. Will this pick them up a bit?
Well, the thing is with Rotherham, they're a side that they like to go up and down. And that hasn't really happened. Club. Yeah.
Well, they're in the relegation zone for League One now.
Looking at it go down, and they're in a good shot to go down at the minute. They're poor. They've been awful. Does this win still? I guess it gives them that confidence because they finally won a game, and you can use that. But yeah, it's shocking by what's been happening there.
I can't see them going down though. I think the squad is.
It's not even that good at the moment.
But surprises can happen though as well.
On paper. That squad shouldn't be going down in League One for me.
No, but I feel like they've massively underperformed over the last 2 years. Like even last year, you reckon they should have been towards the top as well. They signed mid-table.
It was not the summer that should have been, but last summer, I think remember, they signed so many players, and obviously it took so long for them to gel. I don't think they really gelled in essence, because I think they finished bottom half last year. But no, they signed so many players last summer, and I feel like when you do that, you're kind of setting up to not fail, but it's not a good sign when you're just constantly bringing in players, like 10 or so every season. I don't really remember what much they did this summer, but you get what I mean. I just don't think that squad should be getting relegated.
Yeah.
Maybe this win will pick them up, but then again, it was at Northampton.
Yeah,
but they haven't had a terrible start of the season. Northampton. They're sat like 15th, but still, it's always going to give you confidence coming back into a game late on. But Stockport are up to 4th in the table, having won 3 of their last 5 matches, drawing the other 2, and their latest win came thanks to Joseph Oluwu's 63rd minute goal against Blackpool. They lost in the playoffs last season, but we'll be looking to better that this year, getting automatic promotion. Do you think they can do it?
I think they'll definitely be in the playoffs, 100%.
But can they make that extra push, do you reckon? Because I'd say they're one of the best sides in this division now.
I think at the moment, you look at the sides that we expected to be up in the playoff positions.
They're not there.
They're not there. You've only got Cardiff and Who else is in there?
But the Plymouth aren't even
No,
there,
no,
are
but
they?
like so.
You've got Bradford, who people did expect to do well. Stevenage, they're the big surprise this season.
So there's a lot of teams in there. So there's a lot of opportunities for other clubs to potentially get playoffs because a lot of teams
if either of those two fall off, like Stevenage or Bradford, I feel like Stockport are the ones waiting for it.
Yeah, they are. They are.
They'll be the ones to grab that chance.
I think that's the thing. I think it's a good opportunity for Stockport to go up in autos.
I don't
a
think
lot of teams are massively underperforming.
I don't think they're a league winner, but they are a team that can definitely get into the automatics. I don't see them winning the league.
No, I don't either.
But
I don't know who's going to win the league.
I think Cardiff will still get it.
I feel,
They've been a bit 50-50, but they are a good side.
Yeah, for League
They obviously
One.
didn't play this weekend.
Yeah, you can imagine the quality of that side at some point starts to put wins together and results.
There's still a new manager, isn't it?
Yeah.
So it's going to take time.
Yes, but we'll move on then. Unfortunately, Ethan's not here, but for the second time in just a few weeks, the Chairboys headed away to Wigan, and once again they won, this time 1-0. Sam Bell scored the only goal in the 35th minute, with Michael Duff's men off to a flyer. How far can he push them up the table?
Oh, this is where we need Ethan.
Yeah, I know, this is the thing, Ethan knows about this,
Right.
but because obviously he's only recently come in, and since he's come in, there's obviously been a big new manager bounce, they've done quite well.
Well, see, I didn't know Sam Bell was there until like last week.
Well, he scored the last minute winner last week as well.
From Bristol City. I still think he's above League One standard.
Probably.
I think he could easily get not a starter, but I think he could easily get into that Bristol City like squad, maybe as a rotation.
Maybe.
I've always liked Sam Bell. Play out wide, play through the middle. But yeah, they started poorly under what was the name?
Michael Duff, yeah.
Yeah, Michael Duff, that's it, thank you. They started poorly, appointed the new guy. And
Michael Duff is the new guy.
Oh, yeah.
Mike Dodds, the old manager.
Dodds. They seem to be better under Duff now. McNeely looks really good. I don't want to toot Forest here, but the on-loan Forest man looks very, very good. But no, they'll be in around playoffs, I reckon. They'll pick up now.
I think Michael Duff, he's a decent coach as well, so you get them firing, and then he has done. So far.
He is a League One, like he's one of them League One. You know, you're going to get a good result with him, a good league finish.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Right, well, last game in League One to talk about. Two of the promoted teams from League Two faced off in League One this week. Wimbledon hosting Port Vale. Anthony Hackford scored for the hosts in the 72nd minute, but Vale did not give up. Devante Cole scoring the equaliser in the 86th minute. Wimbledon sit in the playoff positions currently. Port Vale comfortably mid-table. My question for you is, how small now is the gap between League One and League Two?
I think we said this last year. It's not even that big. It's very small. I feel like.
There's so many teams I feel come straight up from League Two and able to be in the fight for promotion up to the Championship.
Well, we've seen that. Rex and Stockport, and now even this year Bradford. Who's he? There's another one who's.
Well, Wimbledon.
Wimbledon.
Yeah, even like I know Stevenage has been up there for the past few years, but from when they came up, they finished 9th, and then they were like mid-table. So even they've kind of been around. And I know last year they was kind of in and around the playoffs at times as well. So
I feel like it is the smallest gap in the top 5 leagues in England.
The way I'd put it, I'd say National League to League Two, very small gap.
Yeah.
League Two to League One, incredibly small gap.
I think
League One to the Championship, it's a decent gap, but it's not that big. And then you got Championship to Premier League, massive gap.
Yeah, I think
gap.
League Two to League One is the smallest gap of quality in terms of top 5 leagues.
Yeah, no, I'd agree with that probably. But we'll move on to League Two. MK Dons continued their great start to the season. A 4-0 win against Bristol Rovers, relegated from League One last season. The scorers were Alfie Kilgore, Lawrence Maguire, Alex Gilby and Russian Hepburn Murphy.
Murphy, what a name.
Yeah, they're now 1 point behind the Autos. Is this their year to go up?
Like I said last week, Paul Warm.
Yeah.
He's probably the best manager in League Two for me. I don't see a world where Paul Warren doesn't take a team. He shouldn't be in League Two, realistically. I don't see a world where he doesn't take them up, to be honest.
Yeah, they're a good team, and it's unfortunate where they come from, and their
Tin Pot.
Yeah, and their whole franchise FC stuff. But they are a good side this year. But yeah, We'll move on from them because no one wants to talk about that fake club.
Yeah, no one cares.
Gillingham, one of the best sides so far this season, survived a late scare against bottom of the league Cheltenham. Sam Shering scored for the visitors in the 87th minute, thinking he had the winner, but Elliot Nevitt equalised in the 95th minute. Have the Gills fallen off?
It's still a poor result though.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
A crap result.
They've also not won in their last 3 games now, I think.
Something like that.
That's poor.
Yeah.
I did say a few weeks ago that I think Gillingham at some point would. I think I said that it would drop off a little bit because a lot of teams. I remember last year, say Walsall were at the top for a while. They massively bottled it, even though they were playing well. Port Vale as well. So I did say that they were going to drop off, and I don't see them continuing it on. I think they'll be within in the playoff position and stuff, but yeah, I think you can kind of see in them kind of fading away a little bit because it's going to be tough for them to continue going out for the rest of the season.
But for me, if I'm a Gillingham fan leaving that game, I'm more relieved that I'm not even relieved.
Yeah, I think I'd be
you're bottom
annoyed.
of the league and you might have scored in the last minute to equalise, but they're bottom of the league. You should be winning that game, especially at home.
Yeah, especially at home.
I think if you're a Gillingham fan, you're leaving that game absolutely fuming.
Yeah, I would be.
Like,
I would be.
I remember there was a championship club that played Sheffield Wednesday the other week. Actually, I think it was Birmingham, and they equalised in the last minute, and the manager was running down to the players in the corner.
Yeah, I said this when it happened. I said this is not the right way to celebrate that.
You're playing. I know we're talking about League One and stuff, but you're playing Sheffield Wednesday, a club that's dying, and you're celebrating like that.
Yeah, I'd be embarrassed if I
don't
celebrated like that.
think Gillingham would have done
goal.
that.
I think you're allowed to
still,
celebrate.
I'd be embarrassed
I
if my
think you're allowed
club
to
celebrated
celebrate
like
however
that.
you want to
No,
celebrate.
I don't think you should.
I think
in the position that Cheltenham are in, position that Sheffield Wednesday, and no offence to them, but I don't think you should be celebrating a goal. I'd be fuming if it was.
If I was a fan saying no, pick up the ball and try and get another one, even if you've only got 30 seconds left. Try and get another.
You being an Arsenal fan,
Yeah.
if you had Burnley at home, you're losing 1-0 and Gyökeres scored a nice.
I
he goes off celebrating, going
I think it's
wild.
different if it's an equaliser, yes, but if it's a win, I think that's different.
Win is different.
It wasn't a winner though.
Yeah, it was.
No, I was saying, yeah, I
equaliser.
think that's different.
But we'll move on. We've got one more League 2 game to talk about, and then we'll move on to something slightly different for this week. Colchester United travelled to Grimsby, and the hosts took an early lead. Kieran Green, the scorer, in the 18th. However, 18-year-old Mika Mbik scored a brace to put Colu in front in the 60th minute. That's now 2 wins in a row and 3 goals for Mbik. Where are Colchester going to finish this season?
I do want to say something about Grimsby though. They are the most weird team.
Oh yeah, I think Ethan said this the other week. He said they win one week, lose next, and then they'll
beat Man
3-0.
United. Yeah, they'll beat Man United.
That's not hard though, is it?
No, to be fair, it's not difficult.
What
but
did you ask about Colu though?
where do you think they'll come? Because they've obviously really started
Where are they
poorly,
now,
but
though?
they're about 18th. But they're obviously the league's still very close.
Yeah.
So they're not far off. You know, they're not far from relegation zone, but they're also not far from playoffs.
That's the thing. They pick up a few more wins and they're straight back into the promotion fight. That's the thing.
Because everyone had them in this sort of fight. Maybe not in the playoffs, but near them.
Yeah, it's. I don't know. It's still very not early. It's now not early days like we were saying the other few weeks. We're now getting to a point where you know where teams are going to finish, but you'd think Colchester. I can't. I've got a lisp. You'd think Colchester will pick up though.
You would.
You would imagine.
Yeah.
So.
Right, well, we'll get on to what I think is probably going to be the most interesting part of
This is a bit
video.
I'm going to know.
Yeah,
Nothing
but
about
it's interesting.
nothing.
As you probably know, it was FA Cup final qualifying round this weekend. So some of the teams that got into the first round were very interesting. And the first one is Malden and Tiptree. The final qualification round for the FA Cup has taken place, and the lowest ranked side left, a level 8 team, Malden and Tiptree, top of the Isthmian North Division. They beat Flackwell Heath at home, despite Zach Littlejohn receiving a 42nd minute red card. With Port Vale away in the draw, will the Essex-based side be able to qualify for round 2?
This is why we love the FA Cup, isn't it?
It's amazing.
Why we love the FA Cup.
Ethan was telling me about Malden Tiptree.
They are 5 leagues below Port Vale.
No, it's not that.
They've got massively rich
I think
owners.
they're crypto. Like, their owners are crypto.
Well, I know someone who works for them. Their owners are very rich. They have a National League budget. So despite this being very impressive, and I'm not taking away from it, it's a very impressive achievement, they have got a lot of money.
Yeah.
This hasn't come from nothing. Do you remember Ethan talking about someone called Macaulay Bond last season?
Yes,
He
I
played
do.
for Southend. He now plays for Malden.
Does he?
He's dropped 3 levels. Like this is the kind of money they're able to throw around. But still,
Was it Malden and Tiptree he was on? There's something with the owners. I know he said they're rich, but there's something with them that he said Oh, I think it's someone else actually. Never mind.
But either way, they're very rich, but this is still very impressive.
Are they going to be like a Wrexham? You reckon they're just going to
Probably they're going to go up and up and up. I mean,
leagues?
they're top of their current league, and then they'll go into the Isthmian Premier Division. If they win that, they're into the National League South, National League. Then so they're not far off, and they probably will make it in successive seasons with the money they have if they keep the investment there.
Macaulay Bonne at that level, though.
Oh, and they've got Freddie Sears, who used to play for Colchester.
He still plays football.
Yep.
I remember him from Ipswich.
He still scores as well.
I remember him from Ipswich in 2015. And he looked about 30 then. How's he still playing football? No offence, Freddie, lad.
But their owner, there was quite a funny video. He said, "Oh, Port Vale, where even is that?" When they drew them, he didn't know where it was. But I mean, not a lot of people do.
Have you seen what Port Vale put on their advertising boards?
Yes.
I don't remember what it was.
It was something like confusing geography teachers since whatever year they were founded. But who do you think wins this tie?
It's got to be Port Vale.
I feel an upset. I really feel an upset here.
Yeah, I want the upset, but...
Is it at Vale?
It's at Vale, which is even better for Malden. They'll get more money.
Okay, yeah,
they'll get more money.
It's got to be Port Vale. I know Freddie Sears and Macaulay Bonne is going to be a dream front two partnership.
But those sort of games, I'm saying there could be an upset because...
It's all on who plays better on the day.
Yeah, and they're going to be up for it. That's the thing.
They'll be well up for it.
If Port Vale win, I see it like a 1-0 like last minute sort of game.
Yeah. I still can't believe Freddie Sears.
We'll move on because we've spoken about this game for quite a while now. So Chippenham Town went out to Chelmsford City in a 7-goal thriller. Sam Following received a red card for Chelmsford, the hosts, in the 57th minute, but they were able to overcome their visitors. They've set up an Essex derby in their round 1 tie against National League side Braintree. Who goes through?
Do you know who plays for Chelmsford?
Lyle Taylor.
Oh, well,
yeah. They've got a good team as well. They're National League South.
You say Chelmsford have gone through?
Chelmsford have gone through, and they're playing Braintree, who play in the National League, in the next round, which is a massive Essex derby. I mean, I'm from Essex, so Chelmsford and Braintree are incredibly close to each other geographically. So this will be
have like a running track.
Yeah, it's a terrible ground, terrible ground. But this will be a good tie. I hope that this one gets televised because I'd rather watch that than a lot of the random League One ties.
Watch them put two League One teams together.
Because I'd rather watch this because you've got these two teams that are going to hate each other playing. It'll be brilliant.
They'll put Wickham v Plymouth on.
Yeah.
They'll put, I'm going to go Chelmsford win, a Lyle Taylor hat-trick.
Fair. Right, well, let's move on swiftly to the next one. Hemel Hempstead qualified for the first round with a very late winner against former Football League side Yeovil Town. Carl Ajayi scored in the first half, but Harvey Greenslade equalised for the visitors in the 72nd minute. Finney Wilkinson scored with 2 minutes of regular time left, despite their early red card to Isaiah Noah-Williams. Wigan away is up next for them, the former FA Cup winner. How great will that be for Hemel?
That is
massive.
Also, like the Wigan away end, you can get thousands.
But best tie you could have got, surely.
No, I think your best tie is probably Cardiff.
Yeah, okay,
yeah. Premier League.
But then again, Wigan are the only ex-winner, aren't they, innit?
Good point.
Yeah, true.
And the stadium, it's probably the
DW.
It's got to be one of the biggest.
It has.
In below the Championship, anyway.
But no, yeah, congratulations to Hemel Hempstead. Runcorn Linnets hosted Buxton in the 4th qualification round, and they were drawing for the majority of the match. But in the 92nd minute, Luke Brennan scored the only goal of the match to put the famous water company through. They have Chatham Town next round. Is this a good chance of qualification with this being a league below them?
Yeah, I was about to say I don't know what.
So but Buxton and National League North and Chatham play in actually the same league that the club I work for is the Isthmian Premier.
Yeah, I know that.
They're in the Isthmian Premier Division, which is same league Brentwood Town are top of. Unfortunately, we didn't qualify.
Yeah, I was about to ask Brentwood, didn't it?
No, but yeah, I think this would be a good chance of qualification for Buxton. Chatham are not the hardest side to beat for them, like especially being a National League North side.
Well, when is it that Premier League and Championship come in? Is it
round 3? So there's another round after this one.
We could see a Premier League, National League.
That'd be cool.
That'd be good. Right, 2 more games to talk about, then we'll preview a couple of games for this weekend. It was a 4-1 win for National League side Southend against Step 3 Folkestone. The Shrimpers had a 3-0 lead by half-time, but Joe Piggott got one back in the 73rd minute. Josh Walker put the result beyond doubt in the 82nd minute to set up a tie against Wealdstone. They failed to beat them earlier in the season. Will they get their own back?
You know what? This is what I love about football. Obviously, you know Ross.
Yeah.
He went in the what's the
Folkestone.
Folkestone. He went in Folkestone then because that's a bit
Yeah.
far. And obviously even Southend. Obviously Southend were 3-0 up and Folkestone scored. It was
Yeah.
still limbs in the away end.
Oh, of course it would be.
That's what I love about football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like you might be
You just
getting
want your
battered.
moment.
Yeah, you're scoring a goal at a club that are on what pretty much another level to you.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're quite a Folkestone local to Southend.
No,
Oh.
they're in Kent. Again, they play in our league, Folkestone.
Do they? Oh.
But no, we'll move on to this last game. I think you'll like this one quite a
Yes,
lot.
I do.
Woking hosted Brackley Town in the final qualifying round. Woking is where the McLaren F1 factory is based.
Oh.
Brackley, the home of Mercedes AMG. The two F1 teams drew in their first match,
The F1
1-1.
derby.
But Woking were thumped 6-2 by Brackley in the replay. Clearly, despite McLaren's Constructors' Championship, Mercedes is still dominant. Will Brackley get past Notts County?
Wait, they have
Oh, Notts County.
replays.
Yeah, there's replays in the first and second
I
round.
didn't know that.
But yeah,
Notts County. Oh,
they got Notts
mate.
County.
That's a-
They got Notts County. I think it's away next. Brackley
Ooh,
Town.
at
good.
Meadow Lane.
Yeah,
Oh, that's a good one.
That's a good trip for them.
I've heard Toto Wolff is starting up front.
Is he?
He is.
Russell at right back.
Yeah, Russell right back.
They ain't getting past David McGoldrick.
No, they're not. That's good. That's going to be a tough one for them. But we'll move on to our final three previews. So Middlesbrough were handed their first loss of the season against Portsmouth, and this Friday hosting Ipswich Stars that finally finding form. They're unbeaten in 5, but Middlesbrough have started superbly. Who wins?
Do Middlesbrough always play on Fridays or something?
Yeah, I was
It
thinking
was-
this.
I always thought it was West Brom that played on Friday.
Yeah.
It's always
Not anymore.
Middlesbrough now.
Well, who's going to win? Who's winning?
Is it at Borough?
Is that Borough?
Is that Borough?
Borough.
I think. From
I
what
think Ipswich will. I think Borough will
No,
go
I
2
think
defeats
I think
back.
I think Borough.
I believe Ipswich's away form is very poor.
Philogene though. Philogene.
I don't think Ipswich.
Yeah.
I don't
Philogene
think
makes it.
Ipswich have won away this season. They struggled.
No.
So I think. Yeah, I think
I'm
Borough will get the
going to
result.
say Ipswich.
I think it'll be like a 2-1 or something
Yeah.
like that.
Right, well, a bit of a London derby as QPR host Millwall.
Yep.
Rangers just about sit in the playoff zone and will be desperate to stay there, but Millwall will be breathing down their necks, only 1 point behind. A lot's at stake for both teams, but who will prevail?
I think it's got a draw written all over
There's
it.
a
to be
draw.
honest.
I think Rangers.
I'll go.
I think
I mean,
QPR.
Julian Stefan, like I said, one of the best managers in the league.
Who do you think, Rhys?
I think Millwall.
You think Millwall?
Away from home, they're really strong.
Yeah?
But I see it being a tough game. It'd be like a 1-0 game.
I'm saying 1-1.
1-0. It could easily be a 1-1.
Yeah. Well, the final game to talk about. The Potters host Ryan Reynolds Wrexham, and despite their great start, they've drawn the last 3. The Welsh side have an identical record in the last 3. Who will come out on top?
Tell you what, I reckon Wrexham will. I think
I can see it. I see it.
Stoker's now starting to decline.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon they'll fall off now.
I don't think it's a hard bet to go with another draw, so I'm going to go with a draw. It'd be like a 1-1.
I'm going to go Wrexham. Two. Stoke will go 1-0 up. Wrexham will score 2 goals in the last 10 minutes to win.
Wow. Well, we're running out of time, so let's very quickly do the quiz.
Oh, it's going to be
part-
League 1, League 2.
It is.
I'm
Who does
You should have
Alex
taken
Revel
National.
manage?
What's that?
Rotherham?
No.
Oh,
Alex Revel, who
used
does
to
he
play-
manage?
He used to play for Rotherham.
Just chuck out some sides.
Cambridge.
No. Tell you, the
Barrow.
side doing very well this season.
Stevenage.
Stevenage.
Correct. You both said it at the same time. I'm
Oh.
giving you both a point for that. 1-1. Who is top scorer in League One?
Elliot List.
No.
No, Reed.
No.
Oh,
I have no idea.
Played for Hull in the past.
play for Hull.
If I'm right. I think he did.
Think of
He did used to play for Hull. He's played for Hull, Sunderland, Chelsea and Charlton.
Chelsea and Charlton.
He plays for Bolton now. That's a big clue. His first name is Mason.
Mason Burstow.
Correct.
Hull have recalled him, I think.
Have they?
I think they might
Oh,
have.
that would be.
I might
that'd
be wrong. I
interesting.
might be wrong.
Especially with Ollie McBurney doing really well.
Yeah.
Who beat Cambridge this week?
Cambridge League 1.
Yeah.
Stockport.
Sorry, League Two. League Two.
Newport.
No.
Barrow.
No.
I always say Barrow in these quizzes.
Begins with an S.
I was about to say Sutton. They're not in League Two.
Can't even think of a team that begins with Shrewsbury.
Yeah.
Oh.
Correct. 3-1. Who plays
Battered it.
at Memorial Stadium?
Oh, we've had this before, haven't we?
I'm saying if you remember.
Is it a team at Barrow?
No, begins
Tranmere.
with a B.
Burton Albion. Oh.
That's the Pirelli.
Oh yeah, of course.
Two Club
Not
City.
Barrow. Oh, Bristol Rovers.
Correct.
Oh, sick.
Who is 5th in League One?
It's Cardiff.
No.
Luton.
No.
Wimbledon.
Yes, Wimbledon.
well done.
So the quiz ends
research.
4-2 to Kian.
We'll take
Congratulations to both of you.
Another win, you know?
Another win, yeah. But that's going to be where we end this week's episode of The Green Show. Thank you for tuning in. Next week, we'll have more Championship action for you, as well as more League One and League Two. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss that, and we'll see you then.